Ladies and gentlemen, Shala Nyx, aka CL, in Clair Obscur Expedition 33. How are you? Thanks for coming on the show.
I'm doing really well. Thank you for having me.
How have you been? How's life treating you?
Yeah, life's been okay.
Yeah.
Life's been pretty good, especially over the last week.
And what would
Um,
that be? Any particular reason?
yeah, this game that's kind of got this huge following and this most highly rated game of the year. It's just blown us all away, really.
How have you felt about the reception? Did you have any inkling that this was going to be what it turned out to be?
Yeah. It's funny that you say that because I actually, when I got offered the part, and I was sent the narrative bio, and I
Mm.
had firstly, I've never received that before, that much detail within a
Mm.
game, and then I saw the design and I saw, all the character arcs and the relationship like diaries and I was just honestly, I was blown away. And I do actually remember sending an email to my agent in that moment when I received that just before going into the studio, being like, this is gonna be a really good one. I just got so that might have been really premature. But I just the depth was there from the beginning for me.
Yeah. Was
Yeah,
it CL that you were reading for at that time?
it was. Yeah, it was.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so did you resonate with her straight away?
Um, yeah, Ciel was a really interesting character to create vocally and kind of physically and emotionally. She's obviously, and this feels kind of like superfluous to say because obviously every character is different.
Mm.
Um, but she had such a deep emotional history and
Mm.
and she'd come through so much and she'd healed so much, which was such an interesting. When I went in the booth, it was just such an. I remember going over and over during the audition, being like, I don't know this. This is really. This is my this. Herein lies my work, basically, because it's not like I'm going into the deep depths of like a gravelly, warrioress, which she is. She's also this. She's so incredibly human, and she is an ex-farmer, and she's worked with children, and so she is this multifaceted character. And just I remember going, I worked so hard in the booth, and I remember it being in the booth for hours. My
Really?
agent, oh my God, forgot us for saying that I was in there, but hours, and I was like, because you just want to do the writing, the incredible writing justice, and they spent, obviously spent so much time and effort. And there was so much beautiful detail in her character, and just finding she where her traumas live in my body, and harnessing the kind of somatic recall for the performance was, yeah, it was a lot.
How do you harness a character's traumas? Like, how do you even begin to do that with something
Yeah,
so deep, you know?
yeah. So I remember when I got the script for the audition, and it just had a little bit of history, but it was written so well. It was sort of you had the beats, and you're sort of self-directing in an audition because it's
Mm.
you and the booth, and you obviously don't have any other characters at that point, but you have an emotional recall as a human, and you know any kind of hardship that you faced in your life, you can call on that, and I just had I'd had a death and of someone close to me, and so there were uses where I could harness certain things for the performance, and then there's just the beauty of the imagination. So you kind of use your own circumstances and put it in a new environment, and um,
Mm.
and then and then you're creating something brand new as well. You know?
So does that create a job that's every single minute is fun, or is it sometimes not as fun?
It is it is always fun because the work is the work is trying to strive for that authenticity. So you're always trying to get it, and when you're on your own, it's you're listening to yourself and you're going, is that real? Is that enough? Is that loaded enough? Is that three-dimensional? Is that um because Ciel is so she's like a deeply aware person, and I think, and she's like Claire sentient. So it's like she has all of these amazing elements. Of like some of her center of gravity is like up here, and then some of it is like deep in her womb, and so I'm a very physical actress, so it's probably it's independent, it's individual to me as well. Yeah, but it is always fun. It's always fun when you feel like you've got it eventually. You're like, yeah, okay, yeah, no, I think that's it. Yeah.
You can tell when you've nailed a scene.
Um, I can tell when something feels real for me. I can
Mm.
hear when something feels real. Yeah. And when, and you don't want things to, there's a journey, there's a journey in the script. So you're trying to establish all of the range of the character as well.
Mm.
So there obviously, and Ciel is fun, and Ciel is light, and but she is light because she's known so much stuff.
Yeah, and I loved her character arc the whole way through. Actually, I did romance her in the end. I couldn't
Good
help myself.
man.
But
Good
I didn't
one.
actually I didn't actually know you could romance Lune in the end.
Oh, cool. Try both.
who who do you think is the right romance? Because I know Ciel, there's that whole thing with her husband, and that, but they balance it beautifully in this game. It never feels disrespectful, in my opinion.
I think you'd have to come back to me on that one. I think
Yeah.
with each choice, there's going to be work.
That's a great answer. That's a great answer. I do love that scene. I don't know if you remember the one where you and Lune are lying down. I thought that was a beautiful scene.
Yeah, yeah, that was the audition scene.
Was it?
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah,
Was that audition similar to what we got in the end?
yeah. I think because I worked for about 8 hours in the booth for the auditions. I'd done quite a lot, and so when I got there with the team, I was like, over rehearse this one. If I could really blatantly say that. No, and and the wonderful team when I was there, they've been with it and they painted it so beautifully for me. The environment always really helps me, and so
Mm.
and they were able to do that, which made it really helpful, and just like obviously knowing the depths of each other's journey as well with recovery from grief.
How do you think 33 devs did this? It's such a small team. How the hell did they pull this off, do you think?
Yeah, magic, willpower, and a
Uh,
strong sense of creativity and teamwork.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because you had
it's
the director with you the whole time, the writer. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had Ben and Guillaume and Joe Green, and which is just an absolute treasure,
Mm.
I'll say, because that's quite rare that you get human bodies in a studio with you. I
Mm.
was actually recording in LA, inside in LA, and the team were in London, and everyone had been in and obviously met the team, and I was recording, and the time difference became a bit of an issue. So then I had to go back to London to record, and it was a game changer meeting the team in person and creating something as an ensemble in the booth.
Mm. And
Really, really like we were part of something, you know.
yeah, it's a special game. It really is. I think it probably wins Game of the Year this year. It's going to be tough to beat. I mean, it's only early. There's still, 6 months left. But it sets the tone with that tragic opening piece. Beautiful music, Gommage, and I know your character's not in it. Have you seen that scene? Have you seen how it came out?
I have seen the opening. Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
some of it. I'm waiting to play myself, so don't give too much away. But I've seen, yeah, it's just stunning. It's stunning, and I'm just completely in awe of the team, really, and the musicians and the artwork, and then you come in and you do your part, and it's just you realise that, yeah, what a beautiful thing it is to be a part of a team in this way.
Yeah. And you saw the design of CL before
Mm.
you even did that audition?
No, it wasn't before
No.
I did the audition. I saw her when I got offered the part, I think. I think it was then. And loved her. That great little crop top she's wearing now. Love that. Love that
Yeah.
for Scuba.
Yeah.
Um, but no, I loved her battle scars. And yeah, I just thought she was so badass.
You can have different hairstyles. Is there one do you think we should be rocking, CL? Because I've been rocking her bald. Do you think that's the right choice?
I love this for her.
Yeah,
I
okay.
love this for her.
Yeah.
How's the shape of the head? Is it good?
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad actually. Yeah. Probably the best shaped head out of the crew for sure.
Come
Mm.
on, we'll take it. We'll take it.
Oh
Oh,
God.
listen, I like when she's got a little ponytail. It's quite long. It's quite long at the back.
Mm. Mm. And how was it being in the cover of PC Gamer? That's pretty cool.
Oh, oh my gosh. When I saw that, I was just like, unbelievable. Just an unbelievable moment, really.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, just incredible. Yeah.
It's I know it's not your face, but it's your character, and it's on the cover, this big magazine, and it's kind of it must be a bit surreal.
It is surreal,
Mm.
and I think it's all a bit surreal, really, when you're creating a character in a game. But what this game does so wonderfully is, as I mentioned before, is that human element. So you have this kind of epic, anarchic world, um,
Mm.
but then you know, human stories and yeah, just authenticity.
What do you think you two have in common the most?
Ciel and I.
Mm.
um, I think I mentioned that I thought Ciel was like Claire sentient. She's always like, I can feel it, I can
Something's
sense.
coming. Yeah, yeah.
And
Are you a bit like that?
I'm
Yeah.
definitely like that.
Really?
That's my
Yeah.
friend. And I can like pick up a vibe in a room, and I kind of like feel psychic. And I know that's really like, yeah. And I guess I'm really in touch with the spiritual realm, and Ciel Ciel uses the cards, and she has the source energy. She pulls from source energy, the sun and the moon, and that's her light and her dark, her light and her
Yeah.
shade, and her life force and her dark energy. And yeah, I definitely can resonate with that.
Wow,
And
that's a cool.
her galvanizing spirit, her nurturing
Yeah.
nature, yeah, her spirit. I definitely.
Wow, you guys are really close. You'd be great friends. What what about that? I saw you doing a I think it's an audiobook, 122,000 words
But
and
yeah.
30 odd characters. I
Mhm.
mean, how much work is that?
Yeah, it's a lot of work. But that was a really interesting one because when I auditioned for that, I'd never done long form narration before. I didn't realise that this would be book one in a volume of five. And I didn't realise that I would be the lead character in hopefully book one. But this was book three. So they kept me for book three.
Yeah.
And then in book three, they asked me to. So book one and two, we shared the narration, but I was still the lead character, who is this incredible woman who has all of these magic powers as well, and she's in this surreal world. And
Okay.
yeah, she's incredible. It's a dark fantasy, that too. And
Oh, nice.
yeah, and in book three, they asked me to be the lead narrator, and I was just summoning powers. I was just like,
Wow.
need all the powers that could, because they really are marathon. That kind of work really is
Yeah,
a
yeah.
marathon.
Is it one take, that kind of thing?
And it's sort of like you have a chance to do pickups at the end, but after a 500 and something novel, you in 31 characters, you don't really want to do any pickups.
So they're all distinct voices, the 31 characters?
They they are.
Different, like, are we talking British? Are we talking
Yeah, so
tonally? Like, what kind of?
yeah, so I think I remember in the first book we were all over the British Isles, and then I think for this one it was mainly sort of London and surrounding areas. Yeah. So just different characteristics and different ages and different shapes and sizes and different intentions, and yeah.
So you're doing a lot of work in this kind of fantasy realm. What do you think that goes back to the what you were saying before? The energy you're kind of putting out there?
Yeah. I guess I've always had I have a really vivid imagination. I guess a lot of actors must and do. And yeah, and magic was just like a huge part of my life when I was a kid. Um,
Really?
yeah, my mum instilled a lot of magic into my upbringing, which was just like such a blessing. So it might come from that.
Have you always been spiritual? Have you always, I know you do meditation, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah, I think I think I kind of have, whether it's been conscious or not. And
Yeah.
then in later years, it's become a lot more conscious. I guess the last sort of, I guess it's 12 years, I've been meditating now. Yeah, I'm not having,
Every
yeah.
day?
Should be every day, but yeah, but most days. And when I don't, I do it for a lot longer, try and make up for it, but it should be every day.
Oh, what, like how long? Like an hour?
I try to do 20 minutes
I was
and
going
then
to say that, yeah.
yeah, 20 minutes at least. Yeah.
Candles and everything?
Candles, incense, sage, Palo Santo.
Yeah.
Do you meditate on?
I'm about to, apparently.
It's a vibe.
Uh, yeah, I feel like the shower is my meditation, you
Oh
know.
yeah.
Yeah.
What about baths? Do you like to
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I can fall asleep in the bath though. That's the only problem, you know.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
When did you get into acting, by the way? Has it been 12 years? Has it been
I started acting when I was about 8.
8?
Yeah.
Gee.
Yeah, I think I was
Wow.
8.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
yeah, and I actually started like in stage on the theatre in musical theatre in the West End in London when I was a kid. Yeah.
And were you confident?
Oh my gosh, I was so confident then.
So it's gotten worse. Ah,
Inhibitions when you're older. Definitely so confident then. Yeah.
but you've still done, I've seen you still dabble into theatre, don't you?
Yes, yes. No, I've been so lucky. I've had a really well-rounded career so far, and yeah, just I've done a lot of stage like nationally in the UK, and
What's
yeah.
this? What's the set of a big Netflix film like The Old Guard like? Like, talk me through the set and
Mm,
the operations of a movie like that.
gigantic.
Yeah.
They created a whole world. Like they created a whole country in another country. That's how gigantic
Where did you
it.
shoot it?
We shot that in Morocco.
Oh, nice.
My scenes anyway. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was incredible. So we'd got there and they created a whole village of yeah, a completely new village.
Is it nerve-wracking with that many people like around? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. And then you sort of just you're just in the character. You just try and stay in your zone as much as you can. But yeah, there are hundreds of people everywhere.
I can imagine. Um, and also you worked, so going back to Expedition, you actually worked with Jennifer English before, didn't you? On another game.
Yes, I have actually worked with Jen a couple of
Oh,
times.
oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, I worked with Jen on Baldur's Gate 3, and
Oh,
yeah, and I worked with Jen on Harmony, the Fall of Reverie as well. Yeah.
wow. So it was kind of a nice reunion to come back here and be, you know, in this game.
Oh, it was wonderful. It was wonderful to. I think I heard her the first day I went into studio. I was like, "Oh, Jen!" I thought, oh no, it's a recording. It's a recording.
Yeah, I think she's spectacular in this game. What a performance by her, hey?
Mhm. Oh,
Brilliant.
she's incredibly talented. Yeah.
So do you think you're going to play this game? I know you're not a gamer.
Yes.
Um,
So I have got it locked and loaded and ready. So
oh,
yeah,
okay.
I know I'm
But are you
excited.
going to pull the trigger soon, or what are we thinking? Do you need any help? Are you going to get someone to help you, or are you going to go in yourself?
No, I've got friends to help me. Yes.
Okay.
Just a bit technically challenged. Just this
Oh, okay. Yeah.
distance. Forward to it.
Yeah. And you think you'll finish it?
We shall see.
It's not an easy game, some people have said. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What's the last game you would have played? Are we talking years ago? Are we talking like Pac-Man type of stuff?
Okay. I'll just show my age now. Is this Sega Mega Drive? Okay. Is it Game Boy?
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. That's yeah,
Yeah.
that's classic. That's classic. The swimming. Ciel's not known for her swimming. How are you in
Oh my
you're a
God.
better swimmer than her, right?
I love swimming.
Oh.
Anyone that knows me will tell you that I actually got flippers for my birthday this year. I got flippers and I love them. I would recommend walking in flippers. You might definitely kill yourself or anyone else. And but yeah, I got flippers and I loved swimming. And yeah, Seattle's history of swimming is a deep one, and I don't know how much they tell you.
You go to the beach or what? Wait, I'm guessing.
Okay, so don't mock me, but I have been practicing with my flippers just in the pool first. I have worn flippers in the ocean. Um,
Oh,
and that's fine. I've worn flippers scuba diving before, but I never have I ever owned my own flippers. So now I do.
yeah. What kind of scuba diving did you do?
Um, I've got some really lovely friends who live in Bermuda, and
Mm.
And the reef there, the coral reef, is just completely untouched, and it's amazing. It is.
Wow.
It is literally like the Little Mermaid. Yeah.
How do you have so many friends in so many different countries? Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Are you a,
we're a traveling bunch, our family. Yeah,
okay.
we're not literally travelers, but we did travel quite a lot. My mum, yeah, I traveled quite a lot with my mum when I was younger. Yeah,
Have you been to
lucky.
Australia?
I have ever been. Is it
Oh,
amazing?
so you got to come down, and New Zealand too.
You've never been scuba diving in Australia.
Not in Australia. I did in Hawaii. Um,
Mm.
or maybe I have in Australia actually. Yeah, you're right. I have. I've just got a terrible memory. Just got a terrible memory. Um, yeah, no, you should come down. I know it's a long way over in LA. I mean, that's like a 20-hour flight, but it's worth it.
I would love to come. I'll let you know.
How many countries have you been to?
I think I traveled to 30 countries before I was 30.
Oh my,
So so I think it might be like 35 now.
top three locations?
Well,
I know, it's tough.
it's really tough. I lived in Cambodia for a little while.
Really?
Um, yeah, and that was just life changing.
Mm,
Uh, and India is really special too.
really? What was so special about India for you?
India was the first place I traveled to when I was about 10. And so it just hits deep for me, that place. I remember it really vividly.
Like
Um,
nostalgic.
yeah, nostalgic, and just it was my first time coming in that close proximity with like such a varied, um, vibrant cultures, and coming into close proximity with like also poverty and understanding that as a child. And so yeah, that was really groundbreaking, and definitely like affected like my humanitarian work later down the line. Stuck with me.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had a similar experience actually. I kind of, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it does.
Wow.
I don't know if it shapes you, but yeah, kind of, you never forget, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Last one on Expedition 33. Do you have a scene that is special to you that is sums up the experience for you where you go, yeah, this is the scene I want people to see. This is where, she shines.
I think the journey, how the journey is interwoven, how her journey is interwoven, but there's definitely a couple of moments that I remember vividly in the booth. And actually, yeah, it's funny that you asked me because
Yeah.
someone sent me this today, and I just wanted to read it. And
Please. Please.
yeah, it was because I think I remember being in the booth with the team, and Joe Green um and Jen and Guillaume. It was one line, and they're in the mask arena, they're in the visage arena, and Sciel is the calm one in the battle, and she's the one that can actually face her mask, and she removes that primary mask, and it's so symbolic, that scene. And I think it's so symbolic for a lot of humans, like facing a shadow head on in that way, or facing part of themselves head on in that way. And what part of your healing journey can you do that? Do you do that? Of your healed journey, even? And someone sent me this today, and it just really touched me. Thank you for your powerful performances, CL. So genuine and deeply moving, so real that even the siren's mask can't affect her, because no mask can cover someone who's truly been herself all along. And I just was just like, it's
Do you choke up reading that?
Yeah, I just think I was really moved because when you're in the booth and you're creating, you're trying to bring a whole life of a character in one line,
Oh,
and you're
yeah.
just trying, and you're just trying to summon everything that you have, and it is an incredibly nuanced process, and just to have just even one person um gauge the nuance of that, and find it relatable, and understand that is just so deeply meaningful and profound.
Yeah, and it's something you'll never forget. This whole experience for
For
the rest
sure.
of your life. Is there anything you want to say to the fans that have tuned in today or been a fan of your work in this game?
I would just love to say, yeah, just thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, and I'm sure from the whole of the team. We're just so incredibly grateful.
Yeah, I can see that. Before I let you go, can CL say something to Dan to round this out?
Can Sio say something to Dan?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, she can. When one falls, that's it, Dan. That's it.
Damn, I was transported then. I was transported. Did you see me, guys? I was in another realm. The way you just turned like that. Yeah.
Dan, you're kind and you're generous, and that was not my best performance. It was just off the cuff, but you're kind and you're generous, and that's very
I think it was pretty good, honestly. No, thank you very much for your time today. We really appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to some more upcoming projects that I know you're working on, and hopefully we can get you back for those.
sounds good.